Hey everyone, it's Ray here, and I've just finished watching The Tree of Life, which is a Terrence Malick film. And for those of you who have watched it, you probably agree with me. It's uh, a breathtaking film. It is something you've never seen before. The camera angles, cinematography was probably the best I've ever seen in any film that I've ever watched in my life, really. Um, it's a very simple storyline, really. It just goes into Brad Pitt's character, who is the father of this particular kid, who has basically, um, who grows up in, with a strict, uh, Brad Pitt being the strict father, and this kid growing up who then, when he's older, as we flash forward to Sean Penn's character, as you can see, he suffers, and you can see he's been traumatized by the experience of his upbringing. Not that the father was abusive, not that Brad Pitt's character was abusive or anything, but you can see that that upbringing, there was a lot of tension, and you can see the difference between Brad Pitt's character and the wife, um, representing the love and the free spirit and all that. Now, what I really loved about this movie was the interplay between, the well, like it says, the way of grace and then the way of nature. And I really loved how Terrence Malick fused those elements of the cosmos into this story. And I've got to say, the whole evolution, well, not the evolution, but the creation story of the universe up to that dinosaur part was so intriguing and so beautiful. The fact that they even have dinosaurs in this movie was quite interesting. I like that dinosaur scene where the dinosaur was about to kill the other dinosaur, but it didn't. And that was, I mean, just that image itself was, just something that I'm not gonna ever forget. I remember, the sounds of the dinosaurs, the dinosaur walking through the riverbed, and then the sound of the rocks that it was stepping on. It just felt so real. So yeah, I've got to say, good with the sound here in this movie. The lighting, as I've actually just scoured the internet, apparently the lighting was all done naturally. Maybe a couple of lights here and there. I've got to say, brilliant way of directing. It was all filmed to capture accidents. It wasn't like just a script where he had a particular scene in mind. It's whatever he took. But yeah, beautiful movie, wonderful music, wonderful cinematography, and I gotta say, there was so much depth to each scene. So much depth to each scene. There was some random images that came into the movie as well that really related to that little moment. And then you had to really think, what is it that I'm actually watching? I know that I'm watching, a drama of someone's troubled childhood, but there's just so much more depth to it than that. And I guess that's what's so beautiful about this movie, because it kind of depicts, how people reminisce back on their own lives. They reminisce in moments, flashing moments, because that's what this movie is. It's basically flashed moments and a montage of scenes. And I guess that's how the human mind thinks. But what it does is it also captures a lot of depth as well. And I guess that's also how the human mind thinks. So, Terrence Malick is brilliant in being able to capture human perception and the memory of something, and the memory of a moment as well. Um, he is incredibly spiritual, this director. I can tell. I can also tell that he really tries to explain how God has a hand in everything. You can see that he quotes the book of Job at the very beginning, and the pain and hardship that these people go through. You may think that they're living just normal lives, but really these people are suffering. These people are suffering. This kid is suffering, and probably suffers all the way right until the end of the movie. We don't even actually know, whether that beach scene of him, confronting himself and all that was, I don't know, a happy ending. It's left open for us. But you can see and I can tell like through the whole thread of this movie that you know Terrence Malick was trying to show the audience that through all of this and using nature as its rubric, that God has a hand in everything that happened in this kid's life up until he was older, and you know the interplay between nature and grace, beautiful. I got that. I got that. So anyone who is incredibly spiritual, incredibly who thinks a bit about their lives, and you don't even really need to be spiritual. I guess it's just someone who, if you're just someone who just wants a really different experience from a movie, this is the movie to watch. So Tree of Life, highly recommend it. Probably up there with one of my awesome movies, not of all time, but I probably would watch it again, but not straight away because it's just so much to take in. But yeah, highly recommend it. Tree of Life. God bless.